If you want to gain weight, all you have to do is get on a diet. I'll tell you why next. ¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Thank you so much for joining me. As always, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't not already done so, and hit the like button too. Those two things really do help the channel grow. In today's episode, I want to talk to you about diets and explain to you guys why they simply just don't work. We're all pretty familiar with Oprah Winfrey, aren't we? Well, let's talk a little bit about the issues Oprah has had with her weight. As you know, most people get on diets at the beginning of the year, every year. These are fad diets that simply don't work and in fact can be pretty dangerous to your health. Well, Oprah, one of the most successful and financially secured women in the world, is not immune from gaining weight after many failed diet attempts. Oprah was the first African-American news anchor at WTVF, a small station in Nashville, Tennessee. When Oprah began working there, she was just 19 years old and weighed about 125 pounds. A little while later, her weight increased to about 140 pounds. So she did what most people do when they gain weight. She went to see a dietitian and he placed her on a calorie-restricted diet of about 1,200 calories a day. A few months later, she was back to her starting weight of 125 pounds. Her diet was a success. However, she slowly put her weight back on, and at one point she weighed over 200 pounds. Oprah is 5 feet 6 inches tall, by the way. Well, Oprah then decided to give up solid foods and got herself on a liquid and supplements only diet, and did this for about 4 months. After 4 months, her weight went down to 145 pounds. Most people, again, would say that this was a successful diet. However, she was still 20 pounds heavier than her original starting weight of 125 pounds. This all happened during the height and popularity of her TV show, so Oprah enlisted the help of a personal trainer, a chef, and a nutritionist to help her get on track and lose weight. I mean, it's Oprah, right? And she's one of the richest women in the world, right? So she used all the resources she had available to her. This was about the time Oprah started to bring in a lot of the self-help gurus that became very popular after being on her show. I'm talking about people like Deepak Chopra and Dr. Phil. You remember those guys? Well, Oprah truly began to change her life into the amazing person she is today. Oprah was able to get down to 165 pounds, but again, 40 pounds heavier than her starting weight of 125 pounds. Eventually, 4 years later, Oprah went back to weighing over 200 pounds. She was so distraught about this that at one point during an award show, she prayed that she didn't win because she didn't want to walk on stage weighing as much as she did. Today, Oprah is one of the most disciplined people out there. So what happened? Why was she not successful in losing the weight and keeping it off? Exercising alone will not guarantee you will lose the weight. But what do we hear people say every time they say they need to lose weight? I have to get back to the gym and I have to get on a diet. Both of these things are bound to fail if you don't do the basics first. And by that, I mean what I always tell you to do. Begin to eat food that is whole and non-processed. But back to the diet and exercise thing. When you demand that your body do more work, meaning exercising, your body will require more food, more fuel. It's like your car. If you drive further with your car, then your car in turn will require more fuel. Makes sense, right? Well, your body acts the same way too. So the more we exercise, the more we tend to eat. So starting an exercise routine will not alone guarantee you will lose weight. However, don't get me wrong, exercising will help you get fit and improve your cardiovascular health. And I think it is really important. But that's just one component of what's needed to be both healthy and fit. Getting on a diet will most likely lead you to gain weight. Your body is an amazing, smart piece of equipment. How many of you have been on a diet before? I'm sure most of you have, right? Okay. And what happened? The first couple of times you were on a diet, you lost some weight. But then, at about the third time you went on a diet, you might not have been so successful. Why? You did the same thing you did the first couple of times, and because 1 + 1 = 2, this should have worked out, right? Well, not really. You see, first of all, you gained the weight back because you did not change your eating habits like you were supposed to. You lost the weight and then said to yourself, hey, I did so good, I'm going to reward myself by eating crap again. And then boom, the weight is back. Then once you gain the weight back, your body learned from being starved the first couple of times, since most diets evolve around creating a calorie deficit, thus forcing your body to lose weight. Once you do this a few times, your body learns and it will not allow you to lose the weight. It's called evolution. Your body learned to basically shut down certain parts and organs since there is less fuel in your system, and it will not allow you to lose the weight effectively. This is what happened to Oprah, and this happens faster each time. Your body will preserve the fat it has, so it's ready for the next calorie deficit you placed it in. At a minimum, you need to eat enough calories to meet your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. Mine, at my current weight, it's about 1,600 calories each day. This is the number of calories your body needs to function properly in a 24-hour period. So basically, if I just lie around for a whole day, my body will use up about 1,600 calories just for normal functions. As such, I will not gain nor will I lose weight. Okay, so however, we do move around and we burn some calories each day. Those calories that we use up by walking or doing chores or actually exercising will create a calorie deficit. But a deficit because of the actual calories used, not because of the calories consumed. There's a big difference here, guys. The weight loss process will be slow and gradual, but effective since you are not starving your body of the fuel it needs. Hope this was helpful to you today, but I like you to think about it this way, okay? And this is how your body learns. And every time you go around this thing with the diets, your body learns, and here's how. Let me give you an example of when you're working in the yard and you're using some type of equipment and you get a blister on your hand. Then maybe a week later, you do the same type of work and then you get a blister again. Well, at about the third time, your body says, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and make a callus there so he doesn't get another blister. So you still work and you're doing the same amount of work, but you're not getting a blister because now there is a callus. See, your body learned to do something so the blister doesn't occur. Your body does the same thing when you try to starve it. Okay, so now each time you go around, your body says, wait a minute, there was a famine here at some point, so now I know that I'm being starved, so I will go ahead and preserve some of the energy by shutting down certain parts of your body and not effectively allowing you to lose the fat. Okay guys, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. It truly helps the channel. Have an amazing week, and I will see you on the next one. Dale!